the other night, Bryce Harper had 2 home runs in the game, but it wasn't the 2 home runs in the game that he had. Go back to the game before that. Bryce Harper kind of did some pretty poor base running, got thrown out at first, and it ended the game for the Phillies against the Atlanta Braves. And during that time, one of the Atlanta Braves players, give me his last name again? Arcia. Arcia, who doesn't even speak English. Secretly does.
Publicly doesn't.
Publicly doesn't, secretly does. I've seen all those interviews and I'm like, dude never speaks English. So, but anyway, in the locker room, after that happened, Arcia is reported of saying, attaboy Bryce, for Bryce overrunning first base and not getting back and being thrown out. Well, somehow, some way, reporter took that. By the way, we'll get more into that. I'm going to have a special guest next week. We'll talk more about the clubhouse confidentiality in baseball, which is more sacred than any other sport that I've been around. But it got out, and it got back to Bryce. And boy, those great players, the Jordans of the worlds, the Kobes of the worlds, the Bryce Harpers of the world, they're always looking. And someone asked me, they said, well, was Bryce not going to play hard if he didn't hear what Arcia said? I don't know. But I know the greats are always looking for that competitive edge. He looked at me. He did something to me. And it became personal. Bryce Harper found his personal. And when he found his personal, it turned into the tune of not 1, but 2 home runs. Ultimately, the Phillies took out the Atlanta Braves to advance to the NLCS. And to who they playing? Arizona Diamondbacks. That's right. But on the second home run, this was spicy. As Bryce Harper is rounding first and getting close to second, who's standing there? Arcia. And Bryce Harper gives him the stare down. Salt and Pepper says, if looks can kill, you must be an Uzi. Woo! Bryce gave him the stare down of all stare downs as he was rounding second. I love it. Then he got to home plate and he said, he did this face too, he said, I love good spicy. And Bryce Harper's always been a spicy dude. Like, he's always been but that's the greats, man. Like, that is the greats. I'm all for spicy and arrogant and confident and loquacious and all that stuff if you hoop it. Now, if you Jerry Judy in it, I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jerry Judy. But if you're Jerry Judy in it, then you can't be spicy. If you jagging it up, you can't be spicy. You knock out 2 dingers, you are the spice of life.